me. Give in to your pride.
Hello plebs, so just doing a quick deck profile here. I managed to somehow win locals yesterday. I just wanted to profile this. I don't think this is anything particularly like in depth or anything. I will talk a little bit about, you know, my choices and reasoning and stuff, but I mean in the end it's just locals. So let's just all chill out here for a second, boys. Okay, so yeah, I played Infernoid Zoo. 40 cards. I didn't want to play the 60 card version because I feel like the 60 card version obviously does have more explosiveness, and it definitely has probably the highest ceiling in the game, but I just, well, other than the fact that I didn't get the cards in time, I just feel like it has not really consistency issues because it's not that bad, but it's just like a little bit. It just has really weird hands. Like the thing is, like when you brick with like a lot of decks that are like 40 cards, you can generally top deck into something like really good. But if you like open underwhelming in 60 cards, it's really hard to like, you know, fix that hand, and just all the different dilemmas that come with 60 cards with regards to consistency issues. Now I decided to play this because you need to kind of think of this as not in an Infernoid deck, but as a Zoo deck that happens to have some Infernoid cards in it. I wanted to play, you know, the Zoo cards at their maximum, so like I wanted to play the Barrages, the Rats, and the Terratop. I wanted to be able to access those all the time. Didn't play the Tenkies, of course, because I feel like that would probably be a little bit too overkill. And I wanted to keep the normal summon count under 10. But yeah, for the most part, it's just your standard Zoo deck that can, you know, power through back row with things like Decatron and Petrulia. A lot of utility with like Deviati and Anunku, of course, and power plays like Feast as well. So I feel like it had a good balance of everything. It's fairly consistent. Did open one really awkward hand at locals, but in general, you know, the deck is like super consistent. Now, anyway, onto the profile, I guess. I played one Infernoid engine. So this is as minimalistic as you can get. I think it's like 14 cards or something, so 3 Decatron. This is generally what you want to normal summon. You'd rather be opening Terratop or Barrage for the Rat portion of the deck. But if you open this, it means that you can go send Petrulia to start hitting back row before you can extend. If you go first, you can send Deviati to play around Ghost Ogre, and even Max C as well, because a lot of them don't expect you to send Deviati. It means that you can negate the Max C or Ghost Ogre, depending on obviously what they open, obviously not both. So I feel like that was a really advantageous sort of aspect to this deck, was the fact that Decatron lets you play through a lot of stuff because it's super versatile. It's every card in your deck, so you know you want to see it. I'd play like 5 of them if I could, you know. Just really amazing card. 2 Petrulia, just to complement the Decatrons as well, because you're ideally going to try to stop back row when you're going second. I talk about second going a lot because I suck at dice rolls. No, I'm serious. I've never gone into an event and had a positive win ratio with dice rolls. So anyway, my sob story aside, it's just a way to stop those strikes. Really is the bane of this deck. You'd think that strikes aren't too big of a deal with Infernoid, since most of them are like free. But you don't want to burn your resources, and you know your graveyard is important as your second hand. So just having the Petrulia helps complement that as well. And if you do happen to open it, then that's cool and stuff. But you obviously would rather send it. I'm playing 1 Harma deck because the whole point of the minimalistic Infernoid count was to, you know, maximize on Zoo cards, but also because of the fact that monster floodgates are not really a thing. The only ones that matter would be like Vanity's Fiend, which you can't summon this guy against anyway, so there's really nothing that you particularly want to hit going second other than like the Drancia. And if you really need to hit the Drancia, then you have you can send him as an option off the Decatron. Now generally you want to be sending the Petrulia obviously to hit the back row, because back row is what cripples you most. So if you can find a way to bait out the barrier and then hit the other back row, you're in a really good spot if you can, have any sort of other follow-up play, even if it's something as simple as setting Feast for the next turn. I played one Siete, just for the name. It's your Feast target. This card is absolute dog shit garbage. It's so shit. The effect is, for anyone's curious, I mean, they're all DD Crow, I'm sure you guys know that, but also the fact that when it attacks, your opponent chooses a card from their extra deck and banishes it. Like, you don't even get to choose. Like, that's how shit this card is. So, technically, it's a Ghost Reaper over 15 turns. So, it's pretty good. But yeah, Sieta's trash. And then we have Antra, just as a target to send off of the Decatron. And if you somehow open Harmadic and Decatron and a handful of Infernoids, what you can do is you can send Antra, summon Harmadic, overlay into Invoker. I actually had to do that at locals. Yeah, so that was actually pretty cool. Someone pointed that out to me. That was quite funny. And then 1-in-1 of each big guy. Again, it's just names here we're trying to fill up. We're not trying to play too many Infernoids. Atendel, of course, is really good for the OTKs, and Sistemus is just generally good utility for stuff that you can't really get over. And then, of course, the final Infernoid cards, Deviaria Nunku. I really wanted to play, I didn't want to play too many, but just because of the fact that you really need to make sure that your imagination is always live, and that your Decatrons are live for the Feast, and you also need to be able to send them off Decatron, even if you're just normal summoning it. And you can't do any of the above plays that I mentioned. You can't do any two of the above plays I mentioned unless you play more than one copy of each. So you always need one in deck pretty much all the time to be able to guarantee you that chance of guarantee you the option of sending with Decatron. They're generally okay to open as well, because you have ways to give them utility, since they work in the graveyard. You can pitch them with Vanishment. So not always the worst things, but yeah, you generally always if you do open one, if you only played one copy, that means your Decatrons are dead now. So that's a big problem. The Rat Engine, of course. I mean, don't really want to say too much. Obviously, you'd rather open the Barrage or Terratop, but hey ho, this card is still phenomenal. Can't say it isn't. And then we have Terratop Engine. So the rank 3 engine is kind of cool with this, because if you do open Barrage with this, or Terratop with this, Rapier with this, you can go into Totem Bird if you're going second to avoid traps, of course. But also importantly, you can go into Equipped Angineer, which I didn't manage to get for this event, but I would play. So going first, if you already have the Rat combo, not including this, instead of filling up your board with an Invoker, you can go into Angineer instead, which lets you play around Ghost Ogre. So that's kind of cool. Two final cards were Max C. Yeah, I was originally playing Upstart and Warning because I just wanted to play 39 cards, but I figured that Maxi is sort of Upstart in a sense. And Warning is really good that it does have utility because it stops Slumber, which is really cool. I decided just not to play it, and instead I thought Maxi was a little bit better. And one Bearman. This is where everyone's going to crucify me in the comment section. I'm really sorry, guys, but I just love this card so much. You have 6 cards in your deck, so 3 Terratop, 3 Barrage, that let you do the entire Zoo combo and draw 3 cards. And any of those 3 cards could be Feast, Imagination, well, not really Feast since that doesn't count, but Imagination, D-Barrier, Instant Fusion, 1-for-1, Monster Gate. So many extenders that you can potentially draw into with 3 cards just for playing this one Garnet. I think that this warrants that spot, honestly. And, I just really, really like that combo. So shout outs to Fraser Smith. And then the spells, 3 Barrage, of course. You want to see this all the time. Sometimes, but not all the time. No, I'm only joking. 3 Vanishment. And 1 Imagination, 1 Shadow Fusion. I didn't want to max out on them. I'm not playing 60 cards, so obviously, I'm not going to be playing too many of them. And then the 2 Instant Fusion, not 3, because you don't want to see sometimes, you want to see all the time, but you don't want to see sometimes. Sometimes you want to win the game, sometimes you don't want to win the game. No, but seriously, it's really, really tight main deck, and the only card that I could think to cut to bring this down to 40 was the third Instant Fusion. I love this card. I'd play 3 if I could, but really it's just an issue of space. 1-for-1 and Monster Gate. 1-for-1 is just really good because you can pitch like Deviari or Nunku if you open them, and then Monster Gate is just a really good extender. So that's all the spells, and then onto the traps. I played 3 Barrier and a Feast. Feast obviously is another Garnet in the deck because without a Void card this is useless. So you want to open Vanishment to search this rather than seeing Feast. I did open Feast once and it was painful. So yeah. I guess I should go into the extra now. So we have 1 Omega, 1 Tiara for the Shaddoll Fusion, 1 Norden for the Instant Fusion, 1 Bow, 2 Dryden, 2 Mortar, and 2 Broadbow. The second Broadbow is definitely cuttable in this deck. It's this is what would be my Angineer. So if you want to play this deck, just take out the 1 Broadbow for an Angineer. Emerald, Kagasuchi. Kagasuchi not super good in this deck because generally you'd be going for your Bearman plays turn 1. Bearman is just Coach Trainer is just an all-round better play than Kagasuchi. This would be better in the 60 card version, but depending on your hand, depending on the situation, if you feel like you have a high statistical chance of milling lots of Infernoids because you haven't opened any except Zoo cards, for example, Kagasuchi could be a better option. If you've already opened your D-Barrier in Instant Fusion or something like that, or one of them, Coach Trainer might not really have a high percentage to draw into one of those extenders. Not really extenders, but you know what I mean. So it just means that the Kagasuchi is there as an option if you've already kind of got what you need, sort of thing. So if you've already got like Vanishment or D-Barrier or Instant Fusion, if you have any one of those 3, there's quite a low chance of drawing another one. So being able to just hit Infernoids instead could be a little bit better. So I didn't make him too often. I think I made him twice, but yeah, generally you go for the big man, Coach Trainer. For those of you who don't know, do the Zoo combo, Broadbow, add Coach Captain Bearman, summon Bearman, use the effect, make all Beast Warriors on the field become level 8, overlay 2 Rats and Bearman into a rank 8. He requires 3 level 8s. Once per turn you can draw a card, reveal it, burn your opponent for the level of that monster. So you can draw a card, burn them, draw a card, draw a D-Barrier if you're good at this game, draw a card, draw Instant Fusion if you're good at this game, etc, etc. All through one single card. All you need is Terratop or Barrage, and you can do that play. So yeah, really good. And rank 3's Invoker, Totem Bird, and obviously Angineer if I could get that, but for some reason I couldn't find the tin card at locals on the day. So yeah, play the Angineer over the stupid, what's it called? Can't remember. Anyway, side deck, don't ignore the side deck. Basically, I'm just going to show you just for like entertainment's sake. Side deck's like irrelevant. You should play better stuff. I played Anti-Spell in case I played against Metalfoes. Warning, Emptiness. I literally couldn't think of anything else. Never really put them in, honestly. I was just filling up space. I would play Cyclone, however, regardless. So everyone's like starting to play My Body's a Shield, Starlight Road. And if you're sniping back row, you don't want to hit artifacts, which are a bit popular right now. So this deals with all of that. Cyclone is just fantastic. I'd play like 5 in the side if I could. Like, it's just so good. Board wipes, Dark Raigeki, locals has a lot of fucking Dark Law, so I don't want to lose to that. 1 Book of Moon, again, I just couldn't think of anything else. It's okay going first and second. I just felt like if I needed it, it would be there as an option, but yeah, it didn't really come up. Finally, the worst card in the side deck is Denko. Denko's not good this format. Let me explain why, okay? So there's no good back row decks currently. The only good back row decks would be like Paleo Zoo or something. So the only way, and I won my game because of this card, so that, but you know, that doesn't make it good just because I won a game with it. So in order for this to be good against, like, the only back row relevant deck would be Paleozoic Frog, Paleozoic Frog. The only way that Denko can be relevant against that deck is, number 1, you open the Denko, so that's a 33% chance. You open Terratop or Barrage with the Denko, so that's, you know, we're down to about 20% chance. Your opponent needs to not open Morella, a 3 of, and they also need to not open a Terratop or Rat or any sort of Zoo combo. So all of those factors, the chance of this actually statistically coming out to be good is literally like 5%. And I was lucky enough yesterday to open Denko Barrage, and my opponent had the Morella but misplayed and sent Lost Wind instead of Breakthrough Skill. this card is so bad because against Paleo Frog, you summon this, and the only way to like actually apply pressure is if you also open Terratop or Barrage, or you can fucking go neg 2 and summon Atondel. Sure, that's great. Yeah, Denko is just so trash this format, guys. Don't play Denko. Don't play Denko. Yeah, I think you can understand. So yeah, that's my deck profile, guys. I hope to play Metal Foes or Paleo tomorrow for my regionals, just for just changing it up a little bit, just really enjoying the whole different feel and stuff of the game. So yeah, I just wanted to do a bit of an in-depth analysis of this deck, talk a little bit about it. It's not really boasting about the locals win because that's totally shit. I just like talking about the decks and stuff, and yeah, I mean, of course, I want some contributions. How would you guys improve this deck? Anything you guys would change? I'd love to hear what your opinions are. If you've watched this far in the video, just leave me hashtag Denko sucks in the comment section so I know that you watched this far. Hashtag Denko sucks, guys. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone, and see you next time.
Come face me.